Hey everyone, it's Greg, and it's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It's Thursday, January 25th. And so lots to talk about. It won't be like an hour long like this do. That was like too much. But today we do have a lot to talk about, especially about speaking of which. You know how I told you that I say to the dogs, by the way, Bud's dying. Katie's still recuperating. Bud is here, but he's behind the other side of the bed. I don't know if you could see that shadow up at the top there on the floor, the top shadow. Well, that's Bud. That is Bud. He's on the other side, sleeping and snoring. Anyway, he sends his best friend. So I say to the dogs every day, let's go to the kitchen and get some chicken. Let's go to back in modern. Okay, we get all choo-choo. That's their word for sleep. We can all go to sleep and take a nice nap. And since this evil Dak Prescott of the evil Dallas Cowboys, that was part of his play call before they snapped the ball, he would go, here we go, let's stop the ball. Well, he has ruined my life because since then, I have been doing that. So when I say to the dogs, instead of saying, here we go out to the kitchen, let's go get chicken, I will say, here we go out to the kitchen. I just like that, Prescott. That drives me crazy. Anyway, I've got a new spin on it. Since the Cowboys are sitting their asses home on their couches, well, just like my Eagles, okay. But Cowboys are sitting there. The new phrase is, here we go into the tournament. Here we go out of the playoffs. You just add on wherever you want to the end there with Dak Prescott. And here we go sitting on the couch. It works, right? So I feel a lot better about that. Speaking of football, the Eagles coach, Nick Sirianni, had his after season press conference with general manager Howie Roseman. And it was just a bunch of shit. Just like we thought it would be, blah, 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 blah. Nothing really substantial. Nothing what they're going to do to make the team better. They're not going to tell you that pick a draft. They're not going to tell you the agents they're going to go out there. They're just not. But the big news is that they did fire the coordinators. They turned out to be scapegoats. And I've heard this morning they're going to hire Vic Fangio, the old defensive coordinator. Well, he is old, but he's the former defensive coordinator for the Dolphins. And the Eagles were interested in Fangio way back when. He helped with the defense in 2017 as an advisor, and he's been on and off as far as helping the Eagles. And now it looks like they're officially hiring him to be the defensive coordinator. I think it's a good move. I think he has experience, and I think he's going to get this defense shaped up. I think one of the things they need to do is definitely get some more new players. The players they have right now basically suck. They're too old, like Bradbury and Slay, or they're too slow, like almost all the linebackers. Or they're not motivated enough. They need a kick in the butt, like Jordan Davis. So Fangio will be, and they're still looking for an offensive coordinator. Now here's my take on Nick Sirianni. This guy has a short leash now. He's got a shorter leash than our Bud has, or our King. I mean, these guys will just take Sirianni and they'll go out for a walk. Right? Here's Sirianni, P right here. Sirianni, go fetch the football. Good boy, Sirianni. Good boy. You want a treat? That's how I think about Nick Sirianni. He's like a dog. And why I say that is because he's right. But he said in a press conference, he needs to prove himself, not only to management, Jeffrey, once he gets off his yacht, he needs to prove himself to the players and to the fans, to the fan base. Because, I mean, frankly, they did a lousy job. Yes, I get all what he's done in the past. He's taking the team to the playoffs, the Super Bowl, blah, 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 blah. But the fact of the matter is that nobody is addressing the really important issue with this team. Yes, they needed players. Yes, the coordinator sucked. I get that. But here's the issue. Nobody is good. Why did this team give up at the end? Why did they, according to Dallas Scott, the tight end, why did they coast the last 6 games of the year? They were 10-1. 10-1 at one point. Why did they coast? Why did they have that hunger not only to make the playoffs? Well, they didn't win anything. They didn't even win the Super Bowl last year. They're 10-1 and they're coasting. I mean, they're acting like their crap doesn't stick, right? Like they're full of themselves. I mean, Eagle, I blame the players, but I blame the coaches, specifically Nick Sirianni. Didn't he have a handle on that? Didn't he know what was going on in the locker room? That's his job. What else does he do? He's not the defensive coordinator. He's not the offensive coordinator. He's not calling plays. So what is he doing? Just standing there, being like the cheerleader on the sideline? Isn't that his role to know if he's losing the handle of his team, right? Why is this team giving up? Why is this team so full of themselves that they can coast the last 6 games a year? And I think they can turn it on like a light switch when they get into the playoffs. That's what nobody would say. Nick Sirianni failed there. He failed. And I think that's his job. That's his job as head coach, to have a handle on that. He did not get a handle on all this finger pointing in the locker room. Well, I did a good job with the rest of the team. So this A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts nonsense. Jalen Hurts that's sitting on the bench brooding, being up like a deer in the headlights, right? Like he's out of it, like a zoned out guy, like the Twilight Zone. What about this A.J. Brown? Throw me the ball, throw me the ball, throw me the ball. Well, you know what? I agree with A.J. He might be a diva, or he might be a weirdo, but, throw him the ball. Why did you get A.J. Brown? Why did you trade away a #1 draft pick? Why did you pay him that if you're not going to throw him the ball? The offense, I don't care about this. Run. This offense should be focused around A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert. Everybody says on the NFL is this passing league now. All right, if it's the passing league, pass the damn ball, right? Target A.J. Brown 15 times a game. It's ridiculous. You've got all these weapons, and you're not using them. I mean, whatever problem Jalen Hurts has, bug up his butt. I don't know. But that's Nick Sirianni's job to find out. What Nick Sirianni said, my friends, at the end of the year was, I don't know what's wrong. But he had no answers. And that's what concerns me. This guy is supposed to be the head coach and he has no answers. I don't care about what happened last year. That's water over the dam. How's that going to? Yeah, I used to use that back in 1822 anyway. I don't care about next year. I care about this year. And I care about Nick Sirianni needs to have answers for what happened last year. How are you going to fix it? What happened? Number one, what happened? And number two, how are you going to fix it? Right? That's all I'm saying. This guy's on a short leash, okay? I don't expect him to get fired during the season. That is not Jeffrey Lurie's MO. Jeffrey Lurie waits till the season plays its way out, and then he fires him. And don't put it past Jeffrey Lurie. Jeffrey Lurie is a patient man up to a point. He wants to win. I don't think that Howie Roseman, his buddy, is safe. If Howie Roseman has another bad year, another bad off season, his job may be in jeopardy too. Why do I say that? Even though Roseman and Lurie are buddies, look what happened when Howie was doing a bad job in the past. Jeffrey Lurie replaced him with Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly was the GM and the coach. Now, Chip Kelly, little did we know, was in over his head. He was bad at both jobs. And Howie eventually came out of the closet or wherever, he showed Howie across the building, and they brought him back. But Howie Roseman needs to step up too, because he got all these great accolades after the Super Bowl. Oh, Howie did a great job. Howie this, Howie that. And after they went to the Super Bowl. But Howie Roseman did not replace the players that he let go this year. Those linebackers, he didn't replace. He did not build up the secondary like he should have. He re-signed Bradbury, who sucked. What he didn't know that Bradbury lost about 5 steps during the off season. Howie Roseman needs to step up too. It's part of his problem too there. But of course, everything will be focused on Sirianni, and that's what I'm saying. Don't be surprised if Sirianni has a tough year next year, if he's out of here like that last year too. Because they're not gonna, they can get a puppet anywhere. They can get a puppet. It's a shame because there's so many really good coaching candidates out on the market. This would be the off-season change coaches. If you want to change coaches, I mean, Belichick is out there. Harbaugh looks like Harbaugh's going to the Chargers. And that's a good job for them. I mean, they already have a quarterback out there, Justin Herbert. Who knows where Belichick is going to go? Maybe he'll go to Atlanta. Seattle still hasn't filled their coaching vacancy. So, what I'm saying is that I lost it. I lost. Now, here's the bug. Nick Sirianni has a short lease and he knows he's on a short leash. He said yesterday during the presser, I know I've got to prove myself again to this, to management, to the fan base, and you're damn right, Nick. You do. And as I said, on-field stuff is one thing. You have to have a handle on what's going on in the locker room with this coasting, giving up, finger pointing. That's up to Nick Sirianni to get a handle. Get it? Yeah. All right, here's another thing I want to rant about in the world of sports. Rhys Hoskins. I told you yesterday, I said, you're going to hear a lot of this on the radio, in the paper. Oh, Rhys Hoskins, nice guy. He did all this for Philadelphia, blah, 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 blah. But we just don't have a position for Rhys Hoskins. And why should we pay Rhys Hoskins $17 million to sit his ass on the bench, right? Wrong. First of all, did the Phillies even offer Rhys Hoskins a contract? We don't know that. Maybe he would have signed for less. And it's not my money, it's not your money. Sooner or later, sometime this year, God forbid, Bryce Harper's going to get hurt. He always does. He either gets hit by a pitch, it breaks a hand, or he's out somehow, tweaks a hamstring, he does something to his back. He's had back issues before. Sooner or later, Bryce Harper's going to be out. So who do you want to play first base, my friends? would you rather have Rhys Hoskins, or would you rather have, as I gave you an example yesterday, some guy named Juan Castro, who's batting 135, who's really a shortstop and really a utility man, but we're having him play first base because we don't have anybody back up. But sorry. I'd rather have Rhys Hoskins. I'd rather have Rhys Hoskins in the lineup more often. Who's going to bat behind Bryce Harper? I'd rather have that power in the middle of the lineup. And especially when Rhys Hoskins is on a roll, he can carry a team for Phoenix. All right, so when Rhys Hoskins isn't filling in for Bryce Harper, what does he do? Well, he DHs when there's a left-handed pitcher. You get Schwarber out of there, okay, because he strikes out too much anyway. And you get him out against left-handed pitching, and you put Rhys Hoskins in as your designated hitter against left-handed pitching. And when he's not doing that, he's sitting on the bench and he's your main pinch hitter off the bench. Chances are you're going to use a pinch hitter maybe every game. So it's not like Rhys Hoskins is going to be there on ice. No, Rhys Hoskins, you're going to use him. The shame of it is you can't use Rhys as a utility man because the only position you can really play is first base. And that's one of the negatives about Rhys Hoskins. Okay. But seeing how you're going to use Hoskins one way or another during the season, seeing how he was a leader on the team, and seeing how he was a fan favorite, and he did so much in the community, and we're finding out more and more and more what this guy was doing for Philadelphia. And he's been with the community since they drafted the guy. He's 31 years old? They drafted him when he was 20? Is that all that time? And you're just letting this guy go? And so he signs with Milwaukee. And we wish them good luck. Good luck, Rhys Hoskins. I hope you have a hell of a year and you stick it up the Phillies. Yeah, I'm the biggest Phillies fan there is. But I think they made a big mistake. They're letting Bryce Harper dictate their news to Bryce Harper. He had the choice. All right, Bryce Harper, do you want to play right field this year? You want to play first base. Bear in mind, if you say first base, chances are we're not going to bring Rhys Hoskins back. And keep that in mind. Bryce Harper, he's been playing right field. And if his arm is back to where it was, and supposedly should be after Tommy John surgery, you would have thought Bryce Harper would have said, I'll play right field so we can keep Rhys, and we'll have extra power in the lineup. I'll have a formidable bat behind me. And all right, Rhys is a butcher at first base. I get that. But I can play first base too and give Rhys a break. And we can go on and on, right? But no, Bryce Harper, general manager that he is, and I love Bryce Harper, but he made the selfish decision. He said, I want to play first base. All right, fine. If you want to play first base, that's going to help the Phillies defense, infield defense, granted. But by you saying that, Rhys Hoskins, we can't sign Rhys Hoskins there. It's not feasible. It's not doable. So that was this decision that Bryce Harper is running this team. So, to me, is a big mistake. Dave Dombrowski made a big mistake. Bryce Harper made a big mistake. John Middleton should have stepped in and said, no, damn it, I'm the boss. We're keeping Rhys Hoskins. Fine, it's up to you and the manager to use him. Find a way to use him. But he's too important to this clubhouse. He is the heart and soul of this team. He's too important to the Philadelphia community. Think about this, friends. If the Phillies were ready to go to war with Rhys Hoskins last year in spring training, And then unfortunately he tore up his knee. Why aren't they ready to go with war with Rhys Hoskins this year? Now you may say, oh, Greg, because he tore up his knee. He's not the same player. How do we know? Supposedly he got his knee fixed. Supposedly he's the same Rhys Hoskins as ever before. Maybe even better. His hitting, right? His power. He's a doubles machine. So you're telling me last year at this time, Rhys Hoskins was good enough to go to war with. You were planning on Rhys Hoskins being your regular first baseman and carry over the progress of the season before when the Phillies went to the World Series against Houston. And Rhys Hoskins got hot and had that famous home run where he slammed the bat down against Spencer Strider, which was a big part of the playoffs. Phillies do not underestimate that. People say, and I was at the ballpark 3 times during these playoffs, including the Bryce Harper home run against San Diego, the Bedlam at the back shot. People tell me that the loudest that they heard Citizens Bank Park was when Rhys Hoskins hit that dramatic home run off of Spencer Strider of the Braves, and he slammed his bat down. That was the loudest. Why? Because it meant so much, and it came from Rhys Hoskins. So you can tell I'm still upset about this, right? Huh? I'll get over it. But the deal is that it didn't have to happen this way. The Phillies could have came up with one to keep Hoskins in as one of their 26 players, okay? Now, look at their bench this year. What are you going to have? Are you going to have Edmundo Sosa? It was okay. Are you going to have, what are you going to have? If you need a home run in the bottom of the 9th inning to win a freaking game, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? I mean, stop and think. Not only is Rhys Hoskins only 31, not only is he still a good player, a good hitter, but he means so much to this Phillies team as a leader, as a great guy in the community who's helping all kinds of charities. And his wife right there helping. His wife, for God's sakes, would go to the games and buy a round of beers for the people in line. His wife did that. I mean, these are good people. They show up at stuff. He's always been a nice guy, Rhys Hoskins. Nice guy to me. And that's not the only reason why I'm so ticked off about this. I'm just ticked off because it wasn't right. It wasn't right. And as much of a Philly fan as I am, as much of a Phillies fan you might be out there, you should be ticked off too. Now, maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe Rhys Hoskins won about 198 this year, and maybe we'll see that it was a mistake for Milwaukee to sign him. They signed him for 2 years, but he has an opt-out after this year, so he can go back on the free agent party again. But maybe it'll turn out to be a good thing that the Phillies didn't sign him. We're going to know this year, right? We're going to know. To me, I just hope Hoskins has a great year. And I'll tell you what, just like when Chase Utley came back with the Dodgers, I'll be rooting for Hoskins when Milwaukee comes early in June, get the tickets. I won't be rooting for the Brewers, but I'll be rooting for Rhys Hoskins. I need a drink. But I'm going to say goodbye. Cheers. I'm going to say goodbye for dinner. Everybody have a great day, huh? Thursday. Tomorrow, definitely. We're talking about the NFL playoffs, and okay. Tomorrow is Saturday. I'm going to give you my picks, which I know you're waiting for. You're sitting there with bated breath, waiting for the picks. And I really am tuned in on these games. I have picks who I think I'm going to really stay with for both games this weekend. And I tell you what, it might be a surprise. You're going to have to tune in tomorrow and Saturday and find out. And I'm sure I'll have some prop bets too, like I always do. But we'll get a little more razor focused on NFL playoff game. Just then, the championship games are just starting. Yeah. Last year at this time, we were gearing up for the championship game right here in Philadelphia. 49ers were coming that time last year. What a difference a year is, huh? All right, everybody. Have a great day. Love you guys. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Okay? Y'all come back now. Yeah.